Did you know that November 8th is National First Generation Day? All across the country, students are celebrating being the first in their family to go to college, including me. You may be asking, what does it mean to be first gen? If you go by the technical definition, first generation students are those who are the first in their families to go to college. In other words, you're first generation if neither of your parents have a 4-year degree. While that seems like a simple definition, being first generation is so much more than that. First gen students are trailblazers. We're stepping out into a new world where no one in our families have been before. We're breaking a cycle and following our dreams, and that is so exciting and so terrifying. College is a terrain that's difficult to navigate alone. It's hard and confusing, and having a support network is essential. Most students get this support through their family. They have parents who can help them with college applications, finding a major, with dorm life and that transition to freshman year. But as a first generation student, things are harder. You're figuring out everything on your own. Some of us have a hard time leaving for college because we're supporting our family financially, can't see ourselves as a college student, or because our family doesn't want us to leave for complicated reasons. Most of us are here on scholarships, grants, and loans because typically first-gen households are lower income. And without that aid, there's no way for us to be here, which is a pressure on its own. And that's not mentioning the intricacies of the college system that are difficult to figure out. How am I supposed to talk to my professors? How do I know if I'm in the right major? What do I do if I'm struggling? How am I supposed to schedule? And was I supposed to know I would have to spend a couple extra $100 on Cengage and Pearson and Top Hat and Packback just to do homework and take attendance? It can all be so overwhelming. But while this gap in knowledge and experience can be difficult to overcome, first-gen students are the ones to overcome them. While it's normal to see a first-generation student struggling, it's also normal to see them going above and beyond, achieving so much more than they thought possible. We've helped ourselves with homework and the SAT, applied to colleges on our own, worked jobs through high school, and worked so hard for scholarships, all to get where we are now. We are taking the challenges we've faced and turning them into success stories, showing other people exactly what's possible. But sometimes it's hard to see all the great things you've done because you're working so hard to get on the same level as everyone else. You feel like an imposter, somehow sneaking your way into college where people like you don't belong. You think you've been faking it, and now everyone's going to realize this too. But none of that is true. You deserve to be here. It might feel like being first generation is some sort of weakness, but it's one of your greatest strengths. All that determination, resilience, and desire to grow is something to be celebrated. So I encourage you to find ways to connect with other first-gen students. Visit and apply to TRIO, where you'll find first-generation students of all majors, years, and backgrounds. TRIO offers one-on-one academic counseling, tutoring, school supplies and resources, and all kinds of social events. Find out what the Office of Student Success is planning for First Gen Day. Maybe pick up a First Gen button like mine when they set up at the lair. Come see me at a First 2 club meeting where First Gen students in STEM majors are building a statewide network of peers and mentors to support each other through college. If you want to hear about all the cool things we're doing, which you can apply to be paid for, check out the First 2 Engage page and reach out. And if you're feeling lost or need some more resources, go to the First Generation page on the Caruth Center website. This page is filled with helpful advice and links to resources that can help with issues that are common in first generation students. Just know that even if it feels like no one knows what you're going through, you are not alone. I am so proud of all you've done to be here and know that you are going to do great things.